happy to have you. Um, it's going to be a shorter stream today, and there's also an incredible amount of construction going on outside, so I'm going to close the window. Jeez, there's so much noise. Sorry, I should have done this ahead of time. Okay, that should fix the noise issue. Hey, Android, how's it going? I'm just setting things up here. Just be 1 second. Thanks for thanks for coming. Anyway, we had a good conversation this morning. That was nice. Um, doo, doo, doo. How have you been? What have you been working on? Oh shoot, blockchain. What the heck? Blockchain. What have you been working on? Sorry, I'm a little distracted. um, my bad. Okay, submitted that. Close that. Close this. Close that. And good. So you're looking at some remake function and you were researching the save mechanic, but it got very confusing. So you'll see me tomorrow with notes and questions. Okay, cool. Yeah, we can talk tomorrow morning at the same time as usual. Okay. Geez, this week has been a little hard, if I'm being honest. I guess I'll update this. Let's see. Download and install latest. Automatic download not available. I don't want to do it then. Whatever. So, this morning, I'm not sure yet. So what I wanted to do before today's stream, which is why I delayed it so much, is I wanted to create a 15-minute tutorial to go at the first link on this page, watch 15-minute tutorial, which is in development apparently. So I wanted to do that, but I can't really do that on stream. So I guess I could prepare for that more. I made this like little diagram for it. I think it could be improved a little bit. And then, yeah, it could definitely be improved. Jeez. And then I finished this app. So I don't know if you remember Adventure Story from an older version of Remake that used nunchucks way back a month and a half ago. But I transferred that entire application into the new reorganized framework so that I can use it as in the starter tutorial. So that's what I worked on yesterday and today. Yeah, it's pretty cool. And now it has so before you could just have one story at a time, but now you can have multiple stories, which is pretty sweet. And then, so like this is like an example of the story, and you can like read through the story, you can edit the story if you want, and then you can add a choice or select a choice, and like remove a choice if you want, and then you can like go through all the choices, and then you know, you might get to a bad ending. Yeah, yeah, totally, totally. Speaking of which, let me go make that public. When it was in development, I didn't make it public. So I can do that real quick. If you want to play around with it, and maybe you'll find a bug or two. Um, yeah, I'm kind of, oh shoot, no, not 1Password again. I'm kind of, to be honest, like struggling a little bit with just keeping up with everything. Uh, it's just been a lot of work. Um, but it's not bad. It's all exciting stuff. No, it's fine. I plan on making it public anyways. Um, yeah, yeah, I want it public. Actually, don't go to it yet because I'm gonna rename it to Adventure Story as the main repo. Oh, geez. Wait, do I have? Wait, do I have the examples here? Or I removed them? I guess I removed all the examples. I actually kind of liked when I had all the examples. Okay, well, anyways, they're gone, so I don't need to worry about that. So now I can go to repositories and type in adventure story. I have 3 of them now. Oh, this one I made private at some point. That's weird. Yeah, whatever. So let's just like rename this to like old. Can I use spaces? Oh, okay. I'll just do that. Rename, and let's go back and go here and rename this one to old 2, and then go back, and now we can go into the most recent one and rename it. This is going to cause a problem though, because now I don't know if my local will be in sync with it. Oh shoot. This is perfect. What is this? App data? I replaced this. Okay. Improve starting data, or I guess I added it. Add starting data for new user. Okay. Intro story. Okay. Improve styles, I guess. Okay, commit. Let's see if pushing works. It worked. Okay, so that's weird. I think renaming used to like change the endpoint, but I guess it doesn't anymore. Cause oh no, it did. Did it? Did it push? Did it push to a different? Did it create a new repository? No. Oh, 33 seconds ago. Okay, yeah. Cool, 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 cool. Nice. Okay, so this is updated. So yeah, I'm not sure exactly what I'm gonna do. I guess we can kind of work on this a little bit. You know what I would like to do? I would like to plan. So this is like my general plan. I shouldn't have these names on screen. So I would like to work through this plan. So oh geez. Totally. Okay. Well, luckily it was on secret because I had I had some names that I shouldn't have been on stream anyways. Perfect. I should just leave it on secret. Okay. So I was working on the adventure story code. I think I'll continue working on that. I wanted to know, is it feasible to use adventure story as an example application? So the reason I was wondering about that is this is this app is pretty complicated. Like you might think, like if you were to program this, say in like React with like a Mongo REST, Mongo database and like an API, Express backend and like adding in TypeScript and all that stuff and configuring. everything, even if you started with a starter. An app like this, I think, would take you at least a full day. Um, with that, I think it's like it's a good like 8 hour tutorial. I think. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. There's probably people who are super fast at like React or whatever, who have like a starter. Maybe they could probably put something together like this in like 3 or 4 hours. But anyways, what I'm trying to condense it down into is 15 minutes. So, um, well explaining it. Now I did do a Trello clone in 35 minutes, and I think this is slightly simpler than a Trello clone. Um, so I might be able to get it done. I'm not sure. And I don't have to style it. I'm not going to style it during the stream. I'm just going to kind of explain what Remake is and how it works. So let's actually just go through the relevant files. So the relevant files are not in Remake or Remake data. Choice, story, story list item. Yeah, wait. Story. New story. I don't know if I need... Let's see. So I have 4 story list item and 4 choice. So I don't think I actually use story. New story. Okay, let's see. Choice. That's this one, I think. So I think I can delete this thing. Let's try it. Refresh. Yeah, so that works. And if I go in here, add choice. These are the only 2 things you can add. Choices and stories. Okay, cool. So I don't need that. Remove old bootstrap data. So actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to change the title of my stream because I'm not really working on Remake. I'm working on, hey, welcome, Make Me Rich Now. I'm working on creating, am I doing documentation? Not really. How about like creating a remake? Choose your own ending game. Creating a choose your own adventure, own ending game using Remake, a custom web app framework. Okay. Sure, that's fine. That's a good stream title. Okay. So the actual files that I need to edit here, like to create from scratch, I don't need to touch default.hbs, so that's good. And I don't need to touch any of the Sass files or JavaScript. I actually don't need to use any JavaScript. So we're good for the assets. I do, I think, want to touch on these. So I think I am going to create these from scratch and then like at the end paste in the like app data. So here and in a full story. Okay, so this is like my overall plan for the 15-minute quick start. Okay, so I'll paste this in at the end, but I don't have to create this from scratch. I will create these from scratch, but those are no problem. Those will take I think like 30 seconds combined. So we'll say like 15 seconds each. So Remake is a framework that improves HTML. Okay, to start building applications. Okay, build out the full data structure. Okay, separate them. Okay. Okay, and then here, I think I want to like add bootstrap data. Add like simple bootstrap data examples. I think this is like a 30-second task, so I'm gonna just try to like quantify all of this. For the intro, I want to use like no more than 20 seconds. And I can just say intro for that. Okay. Well, you know what? I'm going to actually just say exactly this. So let's time it. Remake is a framework that improves HTML until it has web app capabilities. That starts with storing data in the DOM. Something like that. So I don't know. It's not going to be exactly that. For this tutorial, we'll build a choose your own event, a choose your own ending game, where each choice has a set of branching possibilities. This is another 10 seconds. So we're off to a good start, just 20 seconds. Then we're going to show an example of the final game. I think just to, yeah, let me just click through this just to see how long it'll take. So if I say I start off with it like this, and I'm like, okay, so you'll be able to click into a story. Oh, it's gonna start actually. No, I'll show the full. So I'll show like with the full data. So I'll say, okay, so you'll like click into a story, and be able to play through the game by making choices, and based on which choice you make, you get an outcome. And if there are no choices, then it'll say that's the end of the story. I guess I do want to show this. Should I show this from both perspectives? I think I do. So let's say show example of the final game from consumer perspective, and from author perspective. And okay, so if I think about that, so I guess I'll probably show like one choice, two choices, three choices. And then end of the game from consumer perspective, three choices until end of game. And I think if so I'll like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, probably about 5 seconds here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something like 5 seconds here. Then I'll go to 3. That's another 10 seconds. So let's reserve maybe 30 seconds for this. That's a long time, but I think it'll be worth it. And then we'll do it from the author perspective, which is going to be, so you can edit this, you can edit these, you can add new choices, and I'll probably actually start it from the beginning. So, okay, we'll say start with a new story as an example. And so we'll actually start with a new story, and then we'll go into that, and we'll rename it, I guess. School Day. That's the name of our super fun story, School Day. And then we'll say blah, blah, blah. And then we'll add some choices, and we'll show you how you can go in there. I think that's a good 30 seconds. And we'll say like show show adding, oops, adding a new story. Then we'll say show show adding content, show adding a choice, show clicking into a choice. I think that's 30 seconds. We'll just say 40 because I think it's slightly more complicated than the 30 seconds. Okay, so to start building our application, let's get our data structured right. Okay, so for this part, I'm going to do something kind of cool. I think it's cool. So we're going to have like a new tab. And we're going to like resize it to that. Okay, there. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the JSON file that has the data in it. So we're going to go into Adventure Story 3, Remake Data, User App Data, and I believe I'm logged in as Carol. So we're going to drag this in here. And then we're going to turn on this new extension I just bought, which will refresh the page. So let's edit school day and see if it changes. I'm expecting it to, but who knows? You wake up late, just like every other day. Okay, save that. Okay, and it did update. Unfortunately, it expanded this. Well, I don't know. Angel of Light, welcome to the stream. I guess, you know what? I'll delete the story first. We'll start off by delete the original story. Then we're going to add a new story. So if we delete the original story, then we're just going to have this. Then if we go and edit it and we say you meet with your friend John, your best friend John, save. And then we'll be able to show it updating right here. And you'll be able to see what the data looks like in the actual application as you're working on the application, which is awesome. Okay, so we're gonna explain. So we'll put this in parentheses because that's not like something that's gonna take time. This is already gonna be set up, I believe. Yeah, and I'll edit the video afterwards to cut out like empty space. So we're gonna explain. I actually heard of a video editor. Video editing. Kapow. It's not Kapow, I guess. Super simple. Hey, Commander Root, how's it going? Super simple video editing. I swear there's a service that does this. I really just want one that's super, super simple. Hey, I guess we'll look here. Video editing, Magistro, Hyperlapse, Wondershare, InShot, WeVideo Splice. These aren't what I'm thinking of. Huh. Okay, let's search on Product Hunt. Video editing. Let's say simple. Video editing. Okay, let's look here. Sure, I'm open to looking at this one, but there's another one that I know. Man, where is it? Related products. Why can't I see more related products? I wish Product Hunt had a better search. Like maybe you could sort it by votes. That would be nice. Okay, well, whatever. Um, I don't know. I'll find a good video editor software, video editing software. I think it's called. Oh, that's it. It's called Capwing. Jeez. Here we go. Capwing. So let's see what it's able to do. Video Maker. Resize loop. Trim video. Huh. I don't know if this will actually work. Mac Simple Video Editor. Okay, cool. I will look at that. FX Home. The thing is, I want it to be super simple. Wait, forever free? Huh, cool. Cool. Um, okay. Yeah, I mean, I just want like a really simple timeline editor. Let's look at this, I guess slant. Blender, I don't care for Blender. I mean, I know Blender's really good. I just want something super simple. Premiere, Olive, Flowblade, DaVinci. No, I don't really like any of these. They look kind of complicated. This one looks kind of simple. Yeah. Is iMovie? Do I wonder. Do I have it? I don't have it. Open source. Okay, Blend. I guess Blender people love, huh? OpenShot, Premiere. Yeah, I could try iMovie. Yeah, that might not be the worst idea, to be honest. But I'll also try this one. This looks good. Create account. What? Huh. Okay, well, maybe it'll work. I'm a million. Sure, sign me up. Nope. What? Boom, 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 boom. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll use that. And if that doesn't work, I'll use iMovie. Let's just see how much of a budget iMovie would take. I think I maybe didn't like it when I used it before. It used to work great. Deleted all my videos. That's not good from an official Apple product. Useless for videos of any real length. Wow. Wow, great and easy program prior to update. Huh. Well, these are kind of from a year ago, so maybe they updated it. I don't know. I'll go with the one you recommended first. Hit film. Okay. So yeah, I'll use that to edit the video. Edit video using hit film software or iMovie. I bought this other super easy to use video editing software, but it only worked with like this one program that it came with. So it's super annoying. I had to like record the video using their specific software in order to actually edit it. It was like such a ripoff. Okay, so yeah, we'll show this kind of like live updating thing. Now, as I show you, Camtasia probably has the same thing. But yeah, it was I show you instead, which I like. I don't mind their software. Their software is pretty good, but I would like the option to record with another thing. Okay, so we're gonna explain data O type and data L key. Data O type, data O key, and data L key star. Both types, data O key and data L key. How the data attributes work. Okay. Okay. And that I think should take, so this should take, I think, a minute. It should take a minute, I think. That's annoying. And then, well, maybe 40 seconds. Because I think I can also explain while I'm building. So build out the, oh, okay, I already have that in the next one. So in total, I think this will take 60 seconds. Then this is going to take a good 120 seconds, I think. I really don't want it to, but I think that's safe to say. Then we're going to separate them out onto their own page. So we're going to have the structure be all on this page first. Okay. And I don't think I'm going to include this part. So we're going to build this out combined with, not that, with this, but just the data. So we're not going to need like that part yet. It's just going to be the data. Yeah, I think I can do that pretty easily. Yeah, I think I can do that in 120 seconds. And then separating them out into their own page. And then showing the structure of that. I don't know if that's going to work, but okay. We do need data O key star because we're going to need to use this for the data O key ID. Okay. That's cool. Okay, so now I think that'll take like 30 seconds, ideally. And then we're going to add the classes. I think I can fast forward this part. I don't know if the video editing software I'm using is going to support fast forwarding. Hey, Kingu and S1Faka, welcome to the channel. So let's just say this will take 30 seconds. How about like now, the exciting part. Now, how about now? Since we've added data to the page, it's easy to make it editable. Okay. And I think this is going to take add data I editable. I think that's going to take add data I new. So I think this is going to take, let's see, like 30 seconds. And this is going to take like 45 seconds. And so total, I think this is going to take like 2 minutes. So 120 seconds. And then we're going to add a few navigation buttons. And we're just going to add back button. I think that's 30 seconds. And I think this is like 10 seconds. Okay, and then conclude. I think this is going to be 45 seconds. Okay, so I don't know if that's the whole application. Let's see. If I don't include that part, I've got the object, classes, data key, data ID, data L, the routes. I think after the pages, link the index page to the story page. So this is going to do that. Create into separate pages. I think this is probably 60 seconds actually alone, and then I think this is 30 seconds. So we'll say 90 seconds. Okay, so linking them together, the new item, the classes, that's fine. Link, parent item. Okay, so on the okay, I need a section for accessing the data. Sullivan, hello, how's it going? I don't know exactly where to do that. Add real data. I think it's here. Add real data. So 60 seconds using Bootstrap data. I'm not sure if I should use Bootstrap data here. It'd be amazing if you could remove your spine. Oh, geez. That sounds awful. Mine has actually not been doing great either. I've been like stretching a lot more, and it's been activating some pain. Ooh. I can recommend this app to you. It might help a little bit. It's pretty comfortable stretches. Oh, it's just called stretching. But no, here's the full thing. It's called Swork It. Can you guys see? And it's pretty nice because like the thing I don't like about exercise is that it's usually kind of hard and like tiring. But this one is just enjoyable. Like they don't really have you do anything super. Oh, SW. Oh, like S and then work it. Um, but like I set it for like 10 minutes. Welcome back. And then there you can hear it. So they have this shoulder one. Shrugs. The first one is shoulder shrugs. Pretty nice, right? You do this. That's pretty cool, right? And then the next one. Single leg hamstring. Single leg hamstring. So this one, they're like pulling their leg all the way back. I probably wouldn't do that. I actually haven't gotten this exercise before, but it's I would probably just pull it a little bit back. But I don't know. It's helpful. Yeah, it's kind of nice. The thing I like the most about it, like I said, is it's not that hard. It's actually like pretty enjoyable exercises. And I think I paid for it because they had ads. I hate ads, but I think it was like $2 and you can remove all the ads. Yeah, I think that was it. My first live paid promotion. It should be. I should get paid for them, huh? Okay, add real data using Bootstrap data. I don't know about this. I think adding the real data. Just in case it wasn't clear, I have no affiliation with that app at all. Okay, add real data using Bootstrap data. This doesn't work because I'm not planning on creating a new user. So I don't think I'm going to do this. I think I'm going to generate this. I can totally generate this. Yeah. Okay. So I think that'll save us a step there. Awesome. I'm working on the quick start because I have a new website, which is pretty sweet, and I have a link to a 15-minute tutorial that doesn't exist, so I need to make that. So I'm probably going to make that today or tomorrow. Probably tomorrow. But yeah, so I'm working on, adventure story. Yeah, this is part of it. There's gonna be more, like I'm gonna be releasing, I think, a lot more content. Like there's gonna be a tutorial too that kind of steps through it for you step by step, so you can just kind of like do like part one and then take a break, and then do part two and take a break. Yeah, yeah. I mean that would be good. We're talking about building the service and making a multi-tenant. Andrew and I are doing a call tomorrow morning to talk about the multi-tenant stuff. So that's pretty fun. Um, but yeah, we would love to have you involved at some point. I know you're really suffering right now though, so by no means push yourself. Like I feel like I need a break, and I don't want to push anyone else. So if you can maybe work on something in a couple weeks, that's fine too. Whatever works for you. Um, you've already been like so helpful on the stream. Like every stream, you give good advice and help out a lot. So I appreciate that a lot. Um, okay, so I think. Um, oh, by the way, guys, there's a cool thing. So yeah, you're very nice. But no, you don't just Google stuff. You like make real suggestions for how to phrase things and stuff like that. Yeah, that would be awesome. Um, so I don't know if you guys remember, but like a while ago we were talking about a for loop that was just like for to do in to dos, right? It works now. This syntax works in the app, and then you can just say new to do, and it'll render the template inside of this for loop. So now this is what the starter app looks like. It's namespaced in to-dos. It's got a list. It wraps all the items. You can create new items, and they're all editable. And so I tested this out. This is a real working Remake application in like, I don't even know how many characters this is. Is it 240? No, it's 210 characters. Isn't that pretty nice? A 210 character, wait, does a new line count? New lines do count, okay. So let's see, it's even smaller than that. Yeah, I guess that's fine. It probably actually doesn't even care about these new lines, right? So in actuality, what we're dealing with here is a 202 character working to-dos app. That's pretty cool, I think. Not that like code golf is like the most important thing, but I think the succinctness of the syntax is pretty important. Hey Temesa, how's it going today? How are you doing? So yeah, just in case you wanted to know about the latest update with this. And behind the scenes, I'm just transmuting this into our old loop. So this syntax is actually still not supported by handlebars. I'm doing pretty good. A little overwhelmed, but not too bad. What are you up to today? Got anything fun or yeah, got anything fun planned or relaxing or any new things you're thinking about or working on? Okay, so back to this. Now let's separate these elements onto their own page. Okay, so I think that should be everything. I'm gonna have to like go through the tutorial. I'll actually do this live on stream. I'll do this full thing, but let's just count up what we got so far. So let's grab this, paste it here, do a search, do a regular expression search, do digit, and then S, and let's do digit, what, plus? Yeah, we'll find all these. Oh shoot. Find all these, copy, paste, remove the second, put them all on the same line, and add a plus between them, and paste it into Google. 8:30. Not much. You've been looking for a job for a couple of months and got one last week. Woo, congratulations. That's big news. Yeah, what's the new job? What are you working on? So we're gonna divide this by 60 to see how many minutes it is. Okay, so we're running tight. 13.8 minutes, and I'm not even sure if this is gonna be um, if that's accurate. Yeah, that's super cool. It's a data engineer for a government agency. That's really cool. Data engineer. Um, that's awesome. um, yeah, I always knew I was going to be scouted by the FBI. I'm going to have to start wearing my special hat for this stream so you guys can't infiltrate my head. Okay, that'll teach you. Um, okay, so yeah, that's awesome, Teresa. Data engineer. That's pretty cool. Do you know like what your um, responsibilities are going to be for that? I've heard of data scientist. Is it similar to that? Like big data type number crunching and analytics? Or is it, I guess maybe you're building the pipelines that the data scientists use. That sounds like maybe what a data engineer is. Oh, cool. That's awesome. Um, I once worked at a job that used to employ data engineers, and they left before I got hired. And so all I heard about was about these mysterious, all-knowing data engineers that had built out our systems that no one knew how to use anymore. So we were stuck with a system that our customers relied on, that we were supporting, and that we claimed worked, but we had no idea how it worked. Um, and yeah, I think we probably should have hired someone like you. Probably would have been a really good hire. Um, you're not really familiar with pipelines yet? I think it's just data processing, right? I mean, I'm no expert, so I'm sure there's a lot of technical stuff that goes into it, but I think a lot of it is just like gigantic SQL join type things, right? Where you're just like you have a bunch of user data over here in this silo, and you have a bunch of user data over here in this silo, and you're trying to make sense of them and combine them, and it's kind of hard Googling Hadoop and Apache. Hi. Wait, what? Oh, Sullivan. Sullivan saying hi because she heard SQL. Um, yeah. I mean, yeah, Sullivan usually defers to me because I'm the SQL, I'm like the known as the SQL expert around here. So, she comes to me with her questions and I just let her know what's up. Yeah, especially around collation. Um, yeah. I actually don't know anything about SQL, and it's Salvin knows what's up actually. I think that's a hard ask at this point. Um, um, oh, okay, yeah, yeah. I think NoSQL a lot of the times they need more pipelines and processing because they don't have the benefits of SQL. Um, I haven't dug into it, but I think one way of making a NoSQL database relational is adding GraphQL on top of it. So it's probably not something you can suggest day one, but it might be something to keep in the back of your mind. Because I think it makes doing queries across multiple data sets a lot easier because you can kind of abstract the databases, the particular data sources API by putting it behind uh, GraphQL, and then GraphQL is like one standard interface for like asking for certain types of data, and then behind the scenes, since you've already written the underlying code, it'll know how to get that data or that relationship. Yeah, but I think a lot of well, I don't know how true this is because but I don't know. I think a lot of data scientists, they don't necessarily need real-time data. Um, cool. Um, yeah, Sullivan probably, well, no, Sullivan definitely knows a lot more about this than I do, so probably listen to her more than me. I just heard things about GraphQL, and I was kind of seduced a little bit by their what was it called? Documentary. Um, if no one's seen the GraphQL documentary, you should check it out. Not because of the selling GraphQL, but just because there's not a lot of like coders at work documentaries out there, and I think as coders, it's like important to see different like ecosystems and different like how things develop, and yeah, it's pretty cool. I think didn't some YouTube channel that looks like your name put it out? I'm not sure. If you search for GraphQL documentary, I think it's like the main one. Documentary. Yeah. Oh no, it's Honeypot. Okay, never mind. I think that, yeah. So this one here. You guys want to watch it together? I mean, doesn't this already makes you like feel pretty cool about being a developer, doesn't it? Just like we're this cool, this music.
For those of you who don't know me, my name is Dan Schaefer. I'm a software engineer at Facebook, and along with Lee Byron and Nick Schrock, helped to create GraphQL about 7 years ago. It is unreal to be here. I feel like I say this every time because every time it's true. You know, looking around the room, it was 200 people 2 years ago, 400 people last year, 800 people here in Berlin today for our GraphQL conference. This doesn't happen without you, the community, so thank you all for coming.
But GraphQL is open source.
I feel like at this point,
so
the story of GraphQL, we've told it a bunch of times. You know, we've told that story of the initial prototype in February of 2012, and you know, hacking in the corner and trying to figure out what this was going to be, and eventually shipping it in the iOS app in August, the open sourcing in July of 2015, and then of course where we are today. But the story that we haven't told quite as much, and the story that I think is really important to understand GraphQL and why it exists and a lot of the decisions we made, is that prehistory. What I'd like to talk about today is what GraphQL was before GraphQL.
It's a half an hour. Like 27 minutes.
The origin stories of GraphQL really...
I wonder if I can get this to always pop up.
Shift in not just what Facebook was
Here,
doing,
can someone try chatting?
that shift was mobile.
It was clear at that
No, it
junction
didn't
in the
work.
industry that massive amounts of adoption and usage was shifting to mobile.
Oops.
Like a systematic shift in consumer behavior. It was also very self-evident that the Facebook mobile strategy was not working.
Oh,
We were a web
wait,
company.
does
We were
always
really
on
good at
top
building
mean that,
websites.
oh, this is always on top?
Be a website. Like, that's what we can do. We can deploy it quickly.
I
We
don't
can
know.
take a lot of our experience and apply it there. And what we were realizing by about 2011 is this was just not going to give an experience that we wanted our users to have.
We had built these apps that were leveraging web technology in order to build mobile apps, and that was not working at a technical level.
Every year, the native applications got higher and higher quality, and the mobile browsers got kind of worse and worse and buggier and slower. Here we were with our Facebook mobile website with our native apps just being thin wrappers.
You guys remember that?
It wasn't good.
I mean, now Mark famously says that the decision to adopt HTML5 on mobile was the worst decision in the company's history.
The biggest risk that he noted in that was that we hadn't figured out mobile yet, and we were watching this industry shift from desktop computers and browsers to mobile phones, and we didn't really have a good wrap on that.
So this was a big deal. The inability of a large technology company to adjust to a technology shift as big as the mobile shift is the type of thing that will consign a seemingly unstoppable empire to the grave in a matter of a few years, right? So this is a big deal at the company.
And so we really took a hard look at what our strategy on mobile was and said, you know what? We need to rewrite the Facebook iOS app.
We had spun up a team filled with a lot of iOS veterans, a lot of them who were new to the company, and then they also injected some existing folks from Facebook to rebuild the iOS app from scratch using native technologies.
The standard joke is they started and they hit file new project.
They started with our existing APIs and immediately hit issues. We had never built a mobile application where all of the logic happened in the application and it treated the server like just an API to load data from. That kind of technical architecture had never existed before. It wasn't just that you had a list of stories.
Before I continue watching this to the end, can you guys vote in chat whether you want to watch it to the end or not? Type 1 if you want to watch it to the end, and type 1 if you don't want to watch it to the end.
Or each story had, no, here's the person who wrote the story, here's what they said, here's the list of comments, done. No, they were interconnected and nested and recursive, and there's a lot of really complicated things going on.
Okay.
Those APIs at the test.
Okay. No, that makes sense. At 1.5. Well, you guys know where it is now, so you can watch it if you want. They actually have another documentary too on another tech company. I think it's GitHub? No, it's not GitHub. I forget. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Okay, so we only have a half an hour left. So why don't I run through this project from the start and oh, nice. That's good. That's a good thing. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna run through this tutorial. So I'll probably stay like 45 minutes because I'm gonna run through the full tutorial and make notes. But I actually, I don't know, I can't, I could maybe stay an hour. You don't have to gift anything though. I'll stay until I run through this tutorial in full. So let's first of all, let's copy this directory to get us set up. Oh, and let's make sure that everything's submitted. Okay, everything's submitted. We're going to copy this into Adventure Story copy. Jeez, there's so many files. Thank you, Salvin. I appreciate it. And I'm sure Temesa appreciates it too. That's very nice. Very nice of you. I really appreciate it. Okay, so now we have Adventure Story 3 copy. We're going to rename this to Adventure Story tutorial. Oops. Okay, so now we have Adventure Story tutorial. let's get this in the right place to start it out. So the first thing I'm going to do is delete a bunch of stuff. So let's go into project files, bootstrap data. We're going to go into, we already have all this stuff, so we can just delete it. We're going to delete that. We're going to delete these files here. So there's no bootstrap data, but we will be using bootstrap data. We don't need to touch layouts. Pages, we're going to build the pages from scratch. So let's delete these, and we can go back to the original for examples. And actually, let's delete this too. So the index.hbs, oh wait, should I have started with generating a new project? No, that's fine. I'll just start with an empty index file. No partials, a layout, some assets, and we're gonna have the styles already there. And I'm also gonna have in the background like the actual like original files to like work off of. And they're not going to be in the video, but like these will be on a separate screen. So I'm going to just keep them up here, and you guys can pretend they're not there. Okay, so we're going to start off with this, and then is there anything else? Yep, remake data. Okay. Okay, no, I think that's good. I think we're good. Okay, so we'll start off here, and this is like a really rough run through. I haven't done this before, so oh, that's nice. I like that blue background. Oh, that's because the site, yeah, the site has blue background. Okay, I forgot about the full screen site for a second. This is actually kind of nice though. I like this full width page. Okay, we're going to use this too as an example. We're going to use this, and let's see, do we have the app running? We do. And I'm going to keep this up, and I'm going to close that. Is there anything else? I don't think so. Okay, so we're going to start off, we're going to kind of like roughly explain what Remake is. To say, Remake is a framework for building web apps incredibly quickly. It does this by improving HTML and adding web app capabilities. I don't know if that's a good phrasing, but I'm going to just keep going. And if you guys have any suggestions, just let me know. So Remake is a framework for building web apps incredibly quickly. It does this by improving HTML and adding web app capabilities. Yeah, that's nice. That starts with storing data in the DOM. Let's delete this. We're going to say, for this tutorial, we're building we're building a choose-your-own-ending game where each choice has a branching set of possibilities. Interesting side note, you can't use choose-your-own-adventure because that's copyrighted and they defend their copyright pretty ardently, but you can use choose-your-own-ending, which is nice, where each choice has a branching set of possibilities. Okay, now I'll basically like go from here, from like the website to here. And I'll be like, okay, this is an example. Shoot. Okay, so I'm gonna copy this URL, log out, paste the URL. Okay, cool. Actually, I'm going to sign up with a new user. Okay, so do Wendy. This isn't going to be part of the tutorial. I'll sign up, save your village. So we're going to grab this, and then log out. So this is where we're going to start. We're going to start with an example. Oh, okay. This is interesting, right? Because I have these edit controls. And they do pop up, but I shouldn't be able to edit them. Yeah, error saving data. Okay, because I'm not logged in. So basically, I want to make everything look not editable if you're logged in. So yeah, let's fix that. This is a good catch, right? So let's go into project files, assets, SAS, main. Oh, not main. We'll go into adventure story. And then we're going to add a class to the page if you are, or actually, let's add it to the body and then we don't have to worry about it, right? So let's add it to the body and let's just say class, like logged in, I guess. I don't know how to do this in Bootstrap, not Bootstrap, in Handlebars efficiently, but I'll say if current user, I'll say logged in, and that if. Okay, so now let's refresh this, and I shouldn't have the class on the body, which I don't, and if I open it up a new window and log in as Wendy, I should have the class on the body. Nice, okay, so I have the logged in class. Now I should be able to style this differently for logged in users. So I'm going to say logged in, and I'm going to copy all of these things here up all the way up to here. And if you're logged in, a lot of things are going to change. So story, this is all going to stay the same, so we can delete that. The story link, we don't want a hover style, so I guess we'll just make hover be that. That's the only thing that's going to change. The story edit button is going to be display none. And we don't need to worry about the hover style because we're not displaying it. And the story add button, we're doing another display none because you're not going to be able to add a story if you're not logged in. The back button, you're good. So we'll leave you there. The heading label, just, sorry, I just choked on my own words. This all looks fine. The one thing I can think about, that I can think of, is here, the cursor is not going to be pointer. Does anyone know the default cursor? I think I can just say default. I almost want to say inherit, because I know that's going to work, but it's not the most explicit. The choices heading, that's fine. Choices list, that's fine. So we'll leave those the same. The choice, that's fine. And here, the link, the choice link, yeah, that's fine, because we want them to be able to know they can hover over it to go into the choice. Okay, so that's all fine. We don't need to override any of that. The choice edit button, we're going to display none. And then this, we're going to display none. Okay. So now if we refresh this, oh wait, logged in. Okay, geez. No, this is if you're not logged in, that I want all this to happen. What the heck? I mean, I could just say body, what is it? It's like, it's not logged in. But I don't even know CSS not. Can I use selector list argument? No. CSS not. Go to this one and see the browser support. Edge, Firefox. Oh, Internet Explorer down to 9. Okay, we're good. So that's fine. It's not my favorite, but whatever. Okay, good. So now we aren't showing any of that editing stuff. And if we go here, now there's another problem, which is that if we click this, we're going to get the inline edit area. Now we can't edit it, so it doesn't really matter, but it totally matters, right? We don't want people to be able to access this kind of thing if they're not logged in. So another thing I want to do here is so ideally, the front-end framework would know something about whether the user was logged in or not. However, I don't really want the front-end framework to ever care about the back-end framework at all. So I don't think that's a good option. Ideally, they might be a little more tightly coupled, but I'm proud of the fact that they aren't yet, and I want to keep it that way as much as possible. So the other thing we can do is add a CSS class, very, very simply, very easy CSS class, but I'll tell you in a second why I'm resisting doing this. But if you see at the bottom, we have this remake auto-generated element down here, and this is what's responsible for containing all of the inline edit elements. However, so what I could do is just say, you know, if logged in, then just like display none this and have that be important, right? And so the popovers will never show up. The reason I don't want to do that is I don't want the logged in class on the body to necessarily be part of the framework. Like, it's a nice convention, but you know, like if you want to add it yourself, and like I can add it to the default starter project, but it's not necessarily something I want. Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that. Yeah, that was a dream project for a long time, and I am planning on going back to it at some point. There's a sister service to Artistify called Request Creative. You might also be interested in that. And that's a project that I'm planning on taking more seriously very soon in the coming months and creating a new website for. But thank you for the kind words about Artistify. I really appreciate that. Are you like an artist or involved in like the artist community? Okay, so how to not show this? Oh, you know what I wanted to do like a little while ago is I just didn't want to, I wanted to not load Remake at all on the page if you weren't logged in. Oh, nice. That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, so that's an option. I think, let's see. Maybe in here, I can say like disable editing, but the thing is in here, how am I going to determine if the user's logged in or not, right? I'd have to set something up in the template, some global variable that I would load into here. Not ideal. I think maybe I'm overthinking this. I think what I do is say, if they're not logged in, just hide it. Because, well, no, there needs to be a more, yeah, okay. So let's do two things. I'm gonna add that, okay? So I'm gonna just say remake auto-generated display none, and we'll see if that works. But I'm also gonna, I need to have some more like standard way of this working. So in my next column, I need to say find a way of not showing editable edit popovers if user is not logged in. And I'll just say like idea yeah, that's a huge area of passion for me. Um, I think so too, and I look forward to a day when it's more acceptable to like pay them a lot of money for the incredible value that they provide to a lot of businesses, and you know, get them more enmeshed in the fabric of business in general. Not only to like use them, but so that they can like guide and help like companies chart the future. You know, like give them more power in the in various industries, because I think they can see things that other people can't see. Um, Thank you for following Fortune Hunter 1. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Okay, so idea, this idea here. I think add a data attribute that disables editing within it if within the element it's applied to. And then what I would do is I would just, in the general layout, I would just say, instead of this, I would say like, if current user, I won't do this right now, but I'd just say like data, I editable off, something like this. And then this, oh wait, no, if not current user. So it would be like unless current user, then we turn the editable attribute off. Okay, another random data attribute to document. Okay. So we'll do that. Did that. Okay. Let's remove this for now. We're not going to do that right now. We've added this. We're going to refresh this page, and we're going to see we can't trigger the editable section because we did a display none on it. Okay, so that's awesome. So now we have this very blank looking stories page. Oh, and there's no hover style. That's unfortunate. So let's, what do we got? Stories list, stories, story link hover. Oh, weird. Oh, that's totally weird. I disabled the hover for the story link. That's not right. So let's refresh. Okay, now we have a very slight hover effect. Okay, so now we'll be able to go in there. I'll be able to explain this. So what am I going to say? Show example of the final game from the consumer perspective. 3 choices until end of game. Okay, so here I'll say like this is a list of stories. that you can create as an author. After logging in. We'll just say this is a list of stories that a user created. And hopefully I'll have more than one story. So let's add a to-do down here. To-do, add more stories to starting app. Okay, so we'll have like a couple more stories, but we'll just go through the first one. So let's explore the Save Your Village story. Okay. So then we're going to go through here. We're going to say, okay, so this is a list of stories that this user created. Each story has multiple choices that you can go into based on the scenario. And based on the choices that you make, you might end up saving your village, or you might end up rich, or you might end up dead. So let's go through a few stories here. So there's a nearby cave. You want to, find, a crystal that can bring peace. So you're going to go off in search of the cave. Let's see. We're going to decide to collect the rubies off of the cave because maybe they have magical properties. We're going to bring the rubies back to the village. Okay. We've got a rash in our hands. Then you start burning. Your hands start to melt away. Okay. Looks like we made the wrong choice. We're bringing the rubies back. Oh well. Did we die? Oh well, we failed. Okay, so we'll go through that. And then we're going to show the example of the final game after you're logged in. Oop, this shouldn't appear. Oh yeah, this is another improvement I could make. So, inside pages, inside the story, we're going to say for choice in current item dot choices. Okay, so we're going to say if current item dot choices dot length. I don't know if that'll work if there are no choices. You got nabbed. Oh, you got nabbed by like a coworker? I don't know if that'll work, but it's worth a try. So we'll say if there are choices, then we're going to display this one. Else. That's nice though. Friendly coworker. We'll say the end. Okay, so now if we refresh, this should say the end. Boom. Now we go back, it says what next. Okay, cool. Okay, nice. He's into penetration hacking and ethical hacking, so he updates you on all the things he's learning. He's probably looking for you to guide him towards the light and keep him out of pillaging millions of dollars from all your coworkers' bank accounts. So you have an immense responsibility right now. Okay, cool. So this looks better. Okay, so we're going to show that example Um, and let's commit these changes. Improvements. I don't like writing git update. I guess I could do it. I'll just do it in 3 separate commits. Okay, so hide edit controls when not logged in. Commit. Oops, this should have been part of that. Add logged in class to body. Boom, boom, boom. Check this. Okay, and this last one is add the end, I don't know, marker text. Add the end text when user runs out of options. Okay, and let's commit this. Spoiler alert up ahead, I'm going to actually go through this and do everything right. And the end. Okay, it says the end there too. I just wanted to make sure. I kind of assumed it would say the end at the very end too. Okay, so that was fun, right? We got to play through the entire game. Okay, so let's see. So what's next? Show example of the game from the consumer. Okay, show example of final game from the author perspective. So now we're going to go in, we're going to log in as Wendy. Okay, and we're going to delete the original story and add a new story. Okay, so delete the original story, add a new story. Show adding content. So we're going to go in, we're going to rename the story add content, add a choice, add 2 choices, click into a choice. Okay, so we're gonna delete the original story, add a new story, then we're gonna say, okay, what do we want this to be about? Say first day of school after summer. That's gonna be our game. We'll save that. We're gonna go into it. We're gonna say in the beginning, I don't know, you didn't complete your summer reading. This is actually like a recurring nightmare of mine from high school. The teacher, your teacher asks you for it. What do you do? Oh geez, it says at the end, even when you're editing it, it should say what next if you're logged in. Okay, so we'll say, I wonder if I can do an and here. Handlebars, if. Built-in helpers, if. I don't think I can. If. Okay, handlebars, if. Multiple. Yeah. Oh, I have to nest them. That stinks. I don't like that. So let's do handlebars, helpers. This is something I've been meaning to do for a while. And I think this supports multiple. Let's see. Oh, categories, array, code, collection, collection. I think that's, no, that's not what we want. What do we want? Comparison? No. Date, FS, HTML. Inflection, miscellaneous. I want an if thing. Code helpers, collection, comparison. Oh, and helper that renders the block if both of the given values are truthy. Okay, awesome. Okay, so let's add this. This is exactly what we want. Copy this, go here, paste and save. Oh shoot, I should add it to the original. Yeah, it's pretty neat. If you work with handlebars a lot, those helpers can do a lot. Let's see, add. Oh, I already have a task for this actually. Helpers. Okay, this made it into the backlog, but apparently I need it. So let's drag it into next. Okay, so we installed it here. I don't care about a patch. Usage, require, handlebars. Wait, what? The main export returns a function that needs to be called to expose the object of helpers. Returns object with all 130 plus helpers. Helper collections are exposed as getters, so only the helpers you want will be required and loaded, but I want all of them. Okay, you can get them this way. Okay. Okay, well, I think this is what I want to do then. So let's go into where we load this in Remake, custom handlebars helpers. Oh, no way do I have to register all of these separately, do I? Include handlebars helpers. I don't know. I don't know. Is this... I feel crazy. I'm not going to loop through this and... Right? There has to be... Okay, handlebars, custom helper. Nope. That's weird. That's just a 404. Okay, register helper. Is there one to register multiple? Register helper. No, I guess maybe you have to loop through. The yammering? What? I'm not yammering. No, I'm just kidding. I know you're talking about your annoying coworker. You would never talk about me that way. I appreciate it, Salvin. Thanks for stopping by. I can't believe you're leaving early when you literally paid me to convince me to start stream later. That's absurd. But no, have a good night. I appreciate you stopping by. See you tomorrow. API reference? Yeah? Oh, that's nice. I guess. Register partial. Ooh! Also supports registering multiple partials at once. Cool. Okay. So it looks like we can just do well, we should put this at the top, shouldn't we? 4. Forgot to rename this. Geez, I'm doing so many things. Who did what? Ooh, that's so nice. Thank you, Sullivan. I appreciate it. You are forgiven now. You are totally forgiven. Okay, so let's do const handlebars helpers, and that'll expose it, so then we can do handlebars register helper, and we just pass that in, I think. Nice. Oh, by the way, Solvin, did you check out the new website? There's like a very thorough data attributes documentation here. This will probably help you a lot. Several people mentioned that after they watched the video, they wish they had something like this to look at beforehand. Even just reading through like the first 4 or 5 will get you a long way. Yeah. The infamous data attributes. Yep, exactly. Okay, so let's save this. Let's see if this complains. It did not complain. So now we should be able to say and. So we say current and. Awesome. Have a great night, Solvin, and I hope your back feels better. Please rest it tonight, and I'll see you tomorrow. See you later. So we're going to say current user and length. How many can it take? And just 2. A, B. There's only A and B. Isn't that weird? I mean, it works for this case, but it's kind of annoying. Okay, and current user and this, else that. Okay, so now let's go back to our story. And it's gonna work. It's gonna work. I swear it's gonna work. Why? And doesn't match if. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Okay, there we go. Now stop complaining. Stop complaining. Okay, good. It worked. No, it didn't work. Wait, if current user. Oh, wait. No, I want not current user. Oh, it's everything's so confusing. Ay, ay, ay. Choices. I don't know if I can do this. Can I do this? And, where's and? And. I don't know if I can do it. Let's do it. Let's see. Nope, I can't do it. Are you serious? I can't use an exclamation point. Oh, man. Is there any helper that says the first one has to be false and the second one has to be true? No, because that would be crazy. Okay, so I don't know what to do. Wait. Oh, no. I can just say or. Wait. Current user. Yeah, or is actually what I want, right? Okay, wait. Or So if there's current user, then we say what next. Or if there's choices. Yeah, okay. We just looked into that one, I guess. Oh yeah, and or doesn't match. There we go. I think or is a thing, right? It should be if and is. Yep, it is. Oh, and they have ABC. Why does or get ABC but and doesn't? Isn't that weird? Very weird. Okay, anyways, what next? Add choice. Cool, cool, cool. We didn't destroy everything. So let's say, added handlebars helpers, and kept what's next text if user is logged in and editing. What does it say? And is logged in. Okay, so we'll commit that, push that out. Okay, so sorry guys, this is kind of tedious, I know. Remove the story, add contents, add two choices. So we're going to say, we're going to say lie, and we're going to say tell the truth. Tell the truth, and we're going to say lie is you win, sure, and tell the truth is going to be you lose. We're really teaching good morals right here. Okay, cool. So we choose lie and we win. Boom. Okay, so we showed an example. We added choices. We clicked into a choice. We show how the overall application works from an editing perspective. Then we're going to say, to start building our application, let's get our data structure right. Okay, so I actually have to go to the restroom, and I'll be right back. Okay? I will be streaming for another probably 12 to 15 minutes after that. Hello, I am back. Welcome back to me, I guess. How's everyone doing? Whew, okay, so there is a very important thing that I want to get done before the end of the stream, which is this step, which apparently in nice. Which apparently in the actual tutorial, oh, it's gonna take 3 minutes. Okay. Okay. I could maybe see that. But let's get the data looking like this. So this is what we want the data to look like. But we're going to be using a brand new application. So let's shut down this application. Let's go into Adventure Story. What was it? It's like tutorial. There we go. npm run dev here. Oh wait, actually, before I do something bad, I'm gonna just remove the Git folder from here so I don't end up committing something that I don't want to. Just I don't think there's anything else. Yeah, I could remove the node modules and reinstall, but I think they're just gonna work maybe. I actually don't know. Okay, starting the server. Let's refresh it. Okay, and we cannot get, oh, because we're on Wendy? Is that why? Okay, cool. So we actually are able to render the page, even though we have a blank template. Okay, so now what we want to do is, wait, I'm still logged in as Carol? Is it because I'm, what? How is that possible? I guess I am using the same cookie secret, so, huh. Okay, well, let's log out and sign up as, what starts with a K? Kevin? Kevin, that's a good one. Okay, so we'll sign up here. And now we should have the Kevin data file. Let's go in here, tutorial, data, app, Kevin, and we're going to drag this in here, and we're going to make sure that this is live updating by doing that. Okay, so now we should be able to see the data as it changes. The first thing we're going to do is add a data I click to save button. And we're going to say update data. Button class is button. Okay. So now if I refresh, we have this update data button. So now I think it'll work. Okay, so now the final data structure we want is going to look like this. Stories with each story being an object with a name and content, and each having an array of choices that have choice text in them. Okay, so the way we're going to do that is we're going to do a div data o type list, and we're going to put a key on this, data o key stories. Now, if we save this and refresh the page, and click update data, weird. To Mesa, good night, and congratulations on the new job. Hope to see you tomorrow or maybe next week, and I hope you have a really nice weekend. Good night. Okay, so let's check out the page. Elements, we have data. Okay, so let's get data from root node. Okay, cannot read has attribute of undefined. Of undefined. What? Data O type. Data okay. I updated this function recently, so I could have messed something up here. Okay, let's pause on exceptions and run this again. Wait, pause. Huh, I should be pausing. Oops. Maybe it doesn't count when I go from here. Okay, let's do that. Okay, so what is the current element is undefined. Oh, jeez. I'm an idiot. I'm calling get data from root node without an element. So we're gonna do document body. Yep, okay, cool. So we have stories. Now, update data isn't working. Data I click to save. So let's make sure this is this is an actual attribute, because sometimes I forget the attributes that I created. Save, 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 save event listener, on save, click to save. Data I click to save. I always forget. It needs this closest thing. Yeah, this was a mistake to add. So I'm going to remove this. I got a lot of cleanup work to do. This is good. I feel good about improving the framework. Let data I click to save attribute work without a value. Default to closest. Okay. Cool. So I guess for now we're just gonna say, well, you know what? We can change it simple enough within our version of the framework. And we can just like not check for this. Done, done. Okay, refresh. Update data. Okay, good. Now we got the stories array. So now the next part of this adventure is going to be making some objects in here. Each object is going to have a name, content, and choices. Okay? Data O type object. What was it? A name, key, name, content, and choices. I don't know if this is the right way to do it, right way to build an application. I've never built an application by building out all the data first, but I feel like it might be the right way to do it in Remake, but I'm not totally convinced. So we're going to have a list, and this is going to have a key of choices. And then in here, we're going to have choice text. And just to remind you, I'm not going to be switching back and forth like this in the actual tutorial. It's going to be much smoother because I'm going to be looking at a screen behind me. So let's do type. Oh wait, no. Yeah, object. Yep, object. And data O key, and I forget what it was again. Choice text. Okay. Choice text. Okay. So this is a story. It has a name and it has content. And it's also going to have choice text. if it's nested, but on the top level it won't. And this is going to be choice and choice text. Okay, so this looks pretty good to me. Let's refresh the page again. See the data that it gets, stories, name, content, choice, with an array, with one item, choice text. And if we update the data, boom, we get the same kind of, and if we refresh the page actually, we're going to get IDs in there. So it looks pretty similar. The only difference is this ID is added up here, but that's fine. And then name, content, choices, ID. And that ID is down there. Okay, so we've got the basic kind of outline of the application. I honestly think this is going to take longer than 15 minutes, but I really hope it doesn't. The other option I could do would be to just build out a simple to-do list, right? And I could even make it like multiple to-do lists, right? I just really don't like the idea of building out the same application that every other front-end framework uses. So I don't know, maybe I can like rush to this part. I mean, granted, a lot of what we did in the past like 45 minutes was just like fixing bugs and fixing like small little issues with the existing application that's going to make it easier to screencast about. And if I have this, written out ahead of time and all I have to do is, write it again, or even, I don't know, I could copy and paste it, right? And then just like go through it line by line. That wouldn't be the worst thing, I think. Yeah, I even have like this copy and paste helper, and I could like create a clipboard for like remake tutorial, and then I could add items to this and paste them one at a time. Something like that. Jeez. I kind of think it would be kind of cool for people to see actually like me typing it in real time and explaining it in real time. Yeah, sure. Go right ahead. But I think, yeah, once I have this, how far is it off to get this? Yeah, I'm not sure if this is the right way to build it. Jeez. Well, is this going to be on the first page? No. Yeah. So that's going to be on this is going to be on the index page. So on the index page, we only have the list of stories, and that's it. That's all the data we have, right? Data O, data O key, list. Huh. And I think we don't even need this one, actually. I think it'll still work. Android. What's up? You were going to tell us a story about Sketch. So yeah, page heading. Oh, okay. Data key list. So yeah, this is just for the list, and then object and then name. So the only data we're exporting from this page is the name of each item in the list and the ability to create new items. This is such a slick little piece of technology. I think I really love Remake. I hope that other people understand it eventually. I know, Android, that you understand it, but I hope that a lot of people understand it because I think it's pretty sweet. Um, okay, and then on this page, all we're exporting is the story that's going to have, let's search for data again. So we're saving to the ID, got the object. So content, choices, and then each choice has a text key. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And that's it. I think that's really it. All I need is the content and the list of choices. So you wanted to try out Sketch, and once you reached the website, you didn't like what you saw. I saw the menu item pricing, but you didn't stress yourself out too much yet. After going to the download page, I noticed the worst. It's only for Mac OS. Well, there goes my my chance at getting better at designing stuff. Thanks, Sketch. And if it could get any worse, you have to extend your license every year to get new updates. Well, counter argument. Developers need to make money. But yeah, I get it. It is unfortunate that it's only on Mac OS. But I think they've done their targeting pretty on point. In terms of like Mac OS is what most developers use. But have you heard of Figma? Figma is pretty cool. I've heard really good things about this. You should check this out if you're interested in designing. I think it's pretty equivalent to Sketch. And their pricing isn't bad for the free version. Like you still get a lot of stuff, I think, with the free version. Yeah, you get 3 projects. So you could like play around with it. Yeah. This person says it's better than Sketch. And my friend, who's a really good designer and developer, thinks this is the thing to use. I like this page too. It's a pretty nice landing page. Yeah. Huh. This is a nice design. I like this design. I don't know what you call it. It's almost brutalist, but it's not. It's a little bit. It's got like aspects of brutalism, I think. I don't know. Here I am, sitting back, saying I know what brutalism is. I don't really know what brutalism is. Okay, so that's it for today. I am out. I hope you guys have a really nice weekend, or maybe I'll see you tomorrow. Android, I know I will see you tomorrow. So looking forward to that chat. And yeah, have a really good day, you guys. I'll be on tomorrow around the same time, probably around like one or 2. Hopefully I'll have the tutorial done by then too. Okay. See ya. Off to play video games.